So since I last made a video yesterday on some of the Brandon Aiyuk updates, there has been more that has come out since that time. And so I want to go over some of the newest information that has come out early this morning from Mike Reese of ESPN. And he shared this on ESPN.com in an article. He said the San Francisco 49ers are now willing to listen to trade offers for Brandon Aiyuk and have given the star wide receiver permission to negotiate a contract with other teams, sources told ESPN. It represents a significant change for the 49ers, who did not have the same willingness to listen to trade offers at the start of training camp, sources said. The New England Patriots and Cleveland Browns both have been in contact with the Niners and are interested in trading for Aiyuk, sources told ESPN. The Pittsburgh Steelers also were interested, but do not appear to be a potential trade destination any longer, according to sources. And yesterday, some of the information differing reports from, less well-known sources were saying that the Steelers and Aiyuk had a deal done. And now at this point, that does not seem to have been the case. It looks like at this point, the Steelers are not involved in the situation. And my guess would be that they're not willing to, give over what the 49ers want. And so because of that, it sounds like the Steelers are no longer in the race. And so Aiyuk, there still hasn't been a news of a deal done, but the Patriots and Browns seems to be the two teams that are still interested in trading for Aiyuk. And then if I go a little bit further here, the Patriots have been attempting to acquire Aiyuk for months, and it has been a slow process from their side, according to sources. It's still a fluid situation that could lead to several outcomes, including Aiyuk staying with the 49ers in playing out the fifth-year option on his rookie deal that would pay him $14.124 million, sources said. Other teams are willing to pay Aiyuk more than twice as much, so I guess that would be close to $28 million, maybe a little more, but he has balked so far at multiple offers, according to sources. So some of these other teams don't seem to be giving him what he thinks he deserves. The 49ers also have to be comfortable with any trade compensation, and sources told ESPN that the reigning NFC champions are willing to keep Aiyuk. So in the end of this, Aiyuk could still stay with the Niners. NBC Sports Area reported late Monday night that the 49ers have negotiated the framework of trades that would send Aiyuk to the Patriots or Browns. So it sounds like from the 49ers perspective, they've already negotiated these trade deals or what they would receive from these teams with the Browns and Patriots. And it sounds like, I'm guessing Aiyuk is the one who'd have to sign off on this. And from what I've seen, it seems like Aiyuk was more inclined to want to go to Pittsburgh or the Commanders. But because those teams don't seem to have offered the compensation the 49ers are looking for, it looks like it's just down now to the Browns and Patriots. Obviously, things can change in a hurry, and we'll see if that does later today. Then it says Aiyuk 26 reported for the 49ers training camp, but is not practiced as he seeks a new deal. The Patriots' lengthy pursuit of Aiyuk traces back to February when Executive Vice President of Player Personnel Elliott Wolf shared his hope to weaponize the offense. New England attempted in March to sign free agent wide receiver Calvin Ridley, who ultimately landed with the Tennessee Titans on a 4-year, $92 million deal. So I honestly thought that as this Brandon Aiyuk situation was going on, that he would for sure stay in San Francisco. It seemed to me that he was just trying to do all he could to try to get the Niners to come up on their offer for the long-term extension, and I assumed that they would come to some kind of agreement before the season actually started. I did not expect it to get to go this far, but still at this point, even though all this is happening, he's also sharing that sources are saying that he could also return back to San Francisco in the end, because if you're Aiyuk and you don't want to go to the Browns or you don't want to go to New England, then you may be willing to say, okay, fine, then I'll just stick it out in San Francisco and we'll see if they agree to a deal, or if he just plays it out and then maybe after the season they decide to get something done. But at the same time, if you're the Niners, you have the, in a sense, both have a little bit of control in the situation, because Aiyuk has to agree to go somewhere. He has to make that commitment that he wants to sign a long-term deal with the team, or they wouldn't be willing to trade him. So in a sense, he does have a say. But the Niners can also say, you know what, if you want to go to Pittsburgh, they're not offering what we want. Sorry, you can't go there. You don't just have your pick to go wherever you want to go. We also have a say in this situation. And in the end, the Niners can decide to have him play out the year and then tag him after this year and tag him after the next year, which would put his yearly money made about, I think it's around $22-ish million. So the Niners could do that. I guess the question is, how much drama are you willing to have in your team with Aiyuk clearly wanting to be somewhere else because they didn't offer him what he thought he deserved? Is it really worth keeping him around? And so I think that's why we've gotten to this point that Aiyuk hasn't really budged. The Niners are saying to themselves, well, if he's not going to come to this agreement, we might as well trade him away. And I honestly did not think it was going to come to this point. And so there's also been some speculation that in a trade, if the Browns were to trade or the Patriots were to trade, that a player would be involved, probably a receiver, it seems, with Amari Cooper on the Browns and Kendrick Bourne on the Patriots. I think clearly in that situation, you'd just go with Amari Cooper. That's a better player. But regardless, I think the 49ers are not going to be quite as stacked at receiver. If Aiyuk is gone, he's definitely better than either Amari Cooper or Kendrick Bourne, obviously. But they would all probably get trade capital as well. So in the end, it could be worth it. Maybe Amari Cooper or Kendrick Bourne were to play on a 1 year or finish out. I know Cooper is in the final year of his deal. They would have to pay him if they wanted him back. But because the 49ers, I think, are still a very competitive team, you would get Cooper to play out the season, and you wouldn't completely fall off when it came to the wide receiver position. So we'll keep an eye on this to see if there's any more developments. If you want to stay up to date with all Brandon Aiyuk, 49ers news, whatever goes on here, feel free to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you never miss any NFL content. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.